Welcome to the Practice You podcast. My name is Elena Brower. Together, we'll explore and enjoy content and conversations around mastering transitions in our relations, our wellness, our careers, our families, and especially in our missions and visions. You are invited to learn and love and listen with me. Welcome to Practice You. Welcome back to the podcast. I am here with a longtime friend, a very accomplished and generous human, Satya Scainetti. She's the founder of Satya Jewelry. She created her business after 30 days of intensive yoga training, after which she was given her spiritual name, Satya. She wasn't sure of the word's meaning at first. Those of you yogis who are listening, you know that the word means truth. And she learned that it meant this in Sanskrit, and that very evening that she learned this, she had a dream that she would start making jewelry of all the truths, and she would be donating a portion of the proceeds to children throughout the world. And this is what she does. And many times you will see me festooned, adorned with Satya's jewelry. And I post because she sends it and because I wear it. I don't get paid. It's really because I love her. I met you, Satya. Welcome, first of all.
Thanks.
I met you at ABC, I believe, many, many years ago. We were both at an event. I'm not sure if it was yours because I don't remember, but I just remember, I believe Christy Turlington might have been involved, and we were surrounded by friends, all of whom know both of us. So we had this very instant mutual connection and love. And immediately you were like, we need to work together. You were so enthusiastic. It was so beautiful. And from then on, I was completely in the palm of your hand. I want to say for so many gifts that I've purchased from you for members of my team and friends and even Jonah's teacher, for so many times that I have put on your jewelry and immediately felt the intent with which you started your business in my person, on my body, in my spirit. I want to say thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, for all of us.
You're going to make me cry.
Yeah, I see that. So beautiful. I would love to hear how this really all got started. I think that many of us listening have these dreams also of creating things and giving from the profits of these things. I've made some of my dream come true along that path. I would love to hear how yours got started.
Yeah. Well, I started out graduating from college with a social work degree.
Where did you go to school?
Adelphi University.
Right near my house.
Yeah. Oh, in Long Island?
Yes.
Oh, it's where I grew up in Garden City South.
Are you joking right
that
now?
where you grew up?
I grew up in Rockville Center.
Get out of town. We're neighbors.
We're
That is
neighbors.
So weird.
My God.
We never knew that.
What year did you graduate high school?
Don't get my age. 80.
I graduated in 88. You're not that much older than me, Missy.
You were like my youngest sister.
That's right.
You are.
My God, Garden City,
So
dude.
funny.
We're so close.
Yeah.
Go on.
Okay. So, my plan was to take this degree and really serve the children of the world and really make an impact. And early on in my career, I was not doing that. The bureaucracies, the many hurdles that one must get through to actually make a difference to a child or a person in the world is really kind of sad and devastating. So I was taking a hiatus from it, and I somehow was started working in a company, a friend's company, jewelry company, and I thought, wow, this is really kind of fun. I love this stuff. I'm good at it. I love jewelry. And I was offered a permanent job there with a salary I was never going to make as a social worker. And I said, ooh, what do I do? Spoke to a mentor of mine, and she said, because of who you are, you will always do social work. Take the job. So I basically learned the business and the love of jewelry with another jewelry company. And after 2 years, I was like, wait, this is something I should be doing. And when 9/11 happened, which is just a few months, about 4 months before I went to do that training, I really saw those towers go down. I live in the West Village.
Yeah.
And I thought, ooh, I was just working at the jewelry company. I'm like, how am I going to be remembered? What if I was in those towers? And it really jolted me. So I decided to do that training. And it's so profound when you open up your heart and you really start prayer and meditation, which I have a pretty strong practice. What will come?
Yeah.
And it was never planned. I thought I was going to go down and just at least get back into doing some kind of healing work, maybe teach some yoga. And the dream was so clear. And I literally came back and incorporated within a week. And we started turning and making money. So, I think it's important that, it didn't come easy. I started my business when I was 40. And I had a couple of careers before that. And, social media has this way of everything looks so perfect and so easy for some. And I think it's really important that that's not true, that it takes a lot of hard work. Some people have it a little easier, but, it took me a long time to find my purpose and my passion in life. And it's still evolving,
Yeah. It's a nice remembrance for anyone listening that even when you look at someone on social media and they seem to have it all put together, every single one of us, if we do have some sort of significant anything, has worked for it. Yeah. It's very rare that that's not the case. So when you started your business, this was kind of a quick thing, and I'm asking because I'm sure that at least one person listening is of a similar age, 30s, 40s, and really is done with what they're doing. Mm-hmm. If this is you, perk up your ears. You started your business, you got incorporated, Satya Jewelry. Then what?
I had a couple of contacts already in the jewelry world, so I started calling every one of them. And I had my business partner and I did it together. So we both, I helped launch Banana Republic's jewelry line, believe it or not.
Wow.
With somebody, a long time ago.
Neat.
So I had that account kind of still stirring with the other company I work with, and I continued doing that. So give me a little jump start. But I started my business with $10,000.
There you go.
And I worked out of my apartment in the West Village until we got a little office in a basement. And, the story, knowing how much work it took to get to the multi-million-dollar place, that was the fun part. When you get there, it's like, okay, now what?
Yeah, it's a little anticlimactic.
It's like, ooh, okay, now what? Now what can I do?
The scrappy aspect is the really fun part. I find that is true. It's still true every day.
The designing, and I love my collaborations, which are, mostly tie back to my philanthropic work.
Yeah.
And the Satya Foundation. So that pumps me up.
For sure. Tell us about the Satya Foundation.
Yeah. So, at first I was taking kids up to the Shivananda ashram every summer and sponsoring a few kids at the Omega Teen Camp. And then I finally did get a 501c, and we were able to funnel money throughout the year. So it wasn't like end of year, spend the money, it wasn't this whole tax thing we have to do. But and then I started partnering with people, so a lot of celebrities. I've worked with many celebrities. They have a lot of power. I can make pretty jewelry. The two things together can make magic.
I'm just looking now at the website under the foundation. What's fun to look at is that a lot of these folks are friends of both of ours. Yes. The Manjushri Orphanage is one of the major projects in the Arunachal Pradesh in the eastern part of the Himalayan region. Their purpose is to promote love, kindness, compassion, and peace for the benefit of individuals, families, communities, and the world. Currently, the orphanage is home to over 160 kids.
Actually, it's up to 300. We need to update that.
And yes, you do. And I just found a typo as well. So let's get that going. Darling. I'll tell Ashley. Ramana's Garden, also in India. Their vision is that every child in India, regardless of caste, creed, or socioeconomic background, has the right to quality education, proper nutrition, and primary health care. And it is the mission of this particular organization to empower Indian women through literacy and vocational training. I love this.
So beautiful. That place, we just did a fundraiser there in India when I was there. So it's beautiful.
You're also supporting Bent on Learning. This is an old love of mine. Jen is like the
Amazing.
OG. They basically are a nonprofit that's committed to teaching yoga and meditation to New York City public school kids. And that's been going super well for many years now.
Yeah. As long as I've been going. Yeah.
Ashrams for autism. Their vision is to build facilities where individuals can follow a healthy daily routine inspired by the principles of an ashram. This is interesting to me. Tell me about this.
Yeah, so it's a dear friend of mine, Sharon, and she actually has a daughter who's 26 now on the autism spectrum. And it was her last of 4 children. And this is back then, there was no information. So she went through it all, where they put her child on a lot of medications, and they got worse before better. And her vision is to create ashrams or communities where adults with autism or older adults and older teens could be part of something that gives back to the community.
Yeah, and part of a community, period, that they could live in community together.
And she also teaches a lot of yoga to people who work with children with autism.
Great.
So, working with the pressure points, we're learning, actually doing a lot of oils and
Oh, great.
I got to introduce you to her. You'd love
I would
Sharon.
love to talk with her.
She's a rock star. Yeah.
It's sort of similar to Camp Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. What I love about this is that you have a series of styles at any given moment that are actually specifically slated. All of the portions, all of the proceeds rather, of those styles go directly to the foundation.
We have
I love
3
that.
really great. Actually, there's a couple of under the charity pieces I'm doing. We're all about the elephants right now.
Yes,
which is a huge, amazing, because they actually keep our ecosystem together. So it's really such an important. There's this woman in Thailand that is basically owning this job where she educates people and children and people in college on the importance of saving the elephants. So she's on the ground and she has this amazing sanctuary where she gets the old elephants and help them die with gratitude. I mean, it's like, she's an amazing woman.
She's the hospice elephant doula.
Beautiful, beautiful woman. And then we have a piece, and 100% of the profits go to that foundation right now.
Yep.
We're doing something for autism.
Yeah, the unconditional love and understanding necklace. I have one.
Mm-hmm. And I have a son that's on the spectrum, so my heart is completely connected to this piece in a big way.
You have 2 twin boys.
Twin boys,
And they are
11.
11 now. And one of them is on the spectrum and one is not. Tell us a little bit about that journey.
Yeah. You never know what you're going to get.
No.
At first it was like, not me. I'm the one that helps.
Oh, God.
And
it's so beautiful. That brings a tear.
yeah. And I was like, wait, this is not what I'm supposed to do right now. But it was, it's a really hard thing to get handed when you're usually on the other side of serving. So I had to put my hand out. And there wasn't many hands on the other side because nobody knows about this infliction. And it's rampant. And I know you and I have talked about it, and I'm using the oils. Thank you very much. And he's loving them.
Good.
But he's my teacher. And he's now 11. So at first it was like, mommy on a mission to heal my son because he had regressive autism. So it was inflicted by a vaccine shot. And not to say there was the reason he got it, but he was a preemie and probably susceptible to it. So it triggered it. And
so you noted, I just want to go on the record and say this is not the opinion of anyone in particular, but Satya, you noted that after a particular vaccination, you noted a shift in his state.
Within 1 week, he stopped looking at me. He stopped talking. It was like, where did he go? And this is a story you hear a lot if you look into.
No, I've seen.
Yeah.
I have friends, very, very dear friends on both sides of this conversation. My son has himself been vaccinated. I waited a really long time to do it, and I would do them one at a time so I could monitor things. His father is a doctor. So there wasn't really a choice. And I didn't know very much at the time. What I knew intuitively was to wait until he was 15, 16 pounds.
My kid's also a doctor. Father's a doctor.
Yes,
so, yeah.
yes. Okay, go on.
So yeah, I cleaned him up biomedically. I worked with incredible healers and doctors from all over the world. And
What were some of the things that you did?
gluten, dairy free. First
Yep.
thing, clean the gut.
Yep.
More probiotics than you could possibly imagine.
Right.
B12 shots in the butt.
Right.
For about 2 years.
Right.
While he was sleeping, he didn't know. Just supplements after supplements. A lot of therapies. You know, we had ABA therapy, physical therapy, PT, OT, the whole bit. Just letting people know out there that if you have had this experience, all those things help. It's not one thing.
It's many things.
It's many things. And my son now is amazing. He's funny. He's social. He's verbal. I can't shut him up anymore.
Perfect.
And
What a
he
blessing.
is the love of my life.
Yeah.
Like, I can't wait to hear what comes out of his mouth.
Yes, yes.
And he's very sensitive. These are these light beings, you know, that have come down here to teach us, I believe, in a big way.
I'm with you there.
So
You've done a lot of really good work in our community to raise awareness about this through fundraisers and through education. So I want to thank you for that.
yeah, it's important.
There are several pieces in the line that will actually benefit the foundation going towards autism. We've got the Unconditional Love and Understanding necklace, the Connect with Compassion bracelet, the Communicate Through Love necklace, and the Intuitive Guidance bracelet. And all of them have little charms with little, so poignant, first a puzzle piece charm, and then the other charm is a circle with the puzzle piece cut out of it.
Yeah.
Hats off to you, woman. Just absolutely perfect. Perfect. To find these, if you're listening, you will go to Satya World on her site, satyajewelry.com. You'll click on the Satya World at the top right of the nav bar, and there you will find events, Satya Journeys, Soul Sisters, and Foundation. You'll click on Foundation, and that's where you'll get to all these pieces. Even though they're also throughout the site, this is where you get to the pieces that are fully for charity. I love the one that you're wearing today. The equal means equal.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Tell us about
awesome.
the inspiration for that.
Yeah, so Patricia Arquette, somebody I did an amazing collaboration with for Haiti when it
Yes.
happened, and we were able to build quite a few homes in a school there with one little necklace. She had that moment when she won her first Oscar where she started to speak up about women's and equal rights and equal pay within the film industry.
Yes.
And taking her little 30 seconds to do that was just so empowering. So her best friend, Kamala Lopez, did a documentary, and it's available, I believe, on YouTube. It's called Equal Means Equal, and it's all around. And they worked on it together, but it's all around this issue. And they have been on the ground fighting for this. It launched right before our new president came into office, which was a little anticlimactic, but we pushed it anyway. We were big on the march. But this piece, again, 100% of the profits go to Equal Means Equals, which goes to the Hiroshi Foundation that helps women and girls really find their way to equality.
Yeah.
So
I'm
I
looking
love
at
this
the-
piece. It's really empowering.
beautiful.
And I love being a part of this because it's so relative what's happening in the world. And if we could all wear a little symbol that says, you know, and starts this conversation,
Yeah.
like, what is that?
It's really cool. It's a circle with two horizontal
I'll get
lines,
you
and
one.
on one side you have a plus sign, and the other horizontal line ends in an arrow, of course.
Yeah, it's their logo. So we worked
beautiful.
on that with them. And yeah.
It's the Heroica Foundation, dedicated to improving the lives of women and girls all over the world through education and media. The time is now, Kamala says. Kamala Lopez. She's the director for Equal Means Equal. The time is now for women to use their voices and to demand equal rights under the law without equivocation, without apology, and with full knowledge that not only is this the right thing to do, it is what must be done.
She's a rock star too.
Clearly.
She's powerful, yeah.
Those are big words. Then you started the Soul Sisters aspect of this. The Soul Sisters are where you choose inspiring women to you who are doing meaningful things, and you work with them to design things. And I'm just pulling up the page, and there's a picture of me. I'm dying. I'm so dying beautiful. Right now. I can't even. It's so beautiful. Gurmukh is on this page. Gabby Bernstein is on this page. I am on this page. I have to get you an updated picture. My hair is much shorter. And Sarah Pinger, oh, I love. Rebecca Gordon. How beautiful is this? Amy Valpone. Mm-hmm. The girls. It's the crew.
The crew, yeah.
Stunning. And so you've had each of us pick a piece or two and tell about our favorite things and our favorite gemstones. I actually have to update my little bio here too because it's out of date. Oh, it's so sweet. What's our spirit animal? Sun sign, moon sign, rising sign. Stunning. I didn't know Sarah has a rising sign of Libra. That's fun. Yeah. That's why I like her.
And the idea of that is to support both of us. Yeah. Whatever you're doing. So if you want me to do a big call out to your peeps, and I try and support each and every one of my soul sisters.
So beautiful.
Of course, there's so many more. They're not all on there, but right. You know, we all need support right now as women, as friends, as women who are trying to make this change. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
collaboration is absolutely the key to healing.
It's everything.
Yeah, very beautiful.
Nobody's gonna be walking in silo.
No. Okay.
And I think also, you know, just a point I like to speak. You know, as women, we have a hard time asking for help. You know?
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah. But I bring it up a lot because, you know, people always say, Satya, how do you do it all? I've got twin boys. I'm a single mom. And I'm like, you know, I build a community. It takes a village. And I really encourage women to start reaching out to, even if it's one friend that you can cry on once in a while if you need to. It'll release. Don't hold things in. They end up causing disease in the body. And but we need each other.
I love the idea. I was talking to another friend about this recently of pooling a few friends together whom you know could use the assistance. And one of you makes, 5 dinners, and one of you makes a bunch of lunches, and one of you makes a few frozen things for breakfast, like frozen muffins, and then distributes them. It's our way back to how it is meant to be amongst the women. To work together. Yeah.
I know Gurmukh's been doing these, and I want to start them, and we have to do this together, is just full moon circles with women.
Oh, I'm keen.
Right? And just gather and have a moment, hold a stone and speak your truth of sorts. And
just hear each other and let each other know that nobody here is alone.
Yeah.
I appreciate that very much. Yeah. The 3 questions that I ask every guest, they're very cute and fun. The first is, what in your personal space, and it can be in the world if you prefer, needs healing right now?
I would say just trying to balance out some things right now, just in my own. And I'm usually so good at that, but I'm doing too much.
Yeah. What do you feel, just for fun? My coach hat just went on. You'll excuse me.
Go for it. I'm good.
What do you feel if you had to choose one thing that could dissolve right now and be done by somebody else? What would it be?
Operating my business.
Got it.
So I can be the creative and the collaborator.
So we're on the prowl for someone who really wants to operate a tremendous and beautiful business with a purpose and a mission.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm fun.
You are the most. You're so easy. Every time I come to meet you, I work with you, I see you, it just feels like home. And now I know that's because it's from Garden City.
There we go.
Oh my God. The second question is, what is your favorite view? Be open to many different things, because some people say, my favorite view is the back of my kid's neck, laying in bed at night. Some people have Positano.
Oh, my favorite view the first thing that came up is sitting on the banks of Mother Ganga in India and watching those waves and bringing it back to how it's so connected to life, constantly moving, rough, smooth, magical, powerful. And that's where I just went for that moment. It was so awesome. I go there a lot in my meditations.
Yeah. So many things happen there. The third question, what does prayer mean to you?
Prayer for me means complete surrender and not being attached to what you're asking for or trying to create, just being open to what the universe really wants for you. And it's such a hard thing to do because we just push and push to make something happen. And I did it with my business. I thought I was going to go to that teacher training and become a Reiki healer and just work on one person at a time. But the universe said, no, you're going to create a giant business and the jewelry is going to be blessed and you're going to heal people that way. And if I had gotten so stuck on what I thought, so prayer to me is complete surrender and being open to what the universe has in store, because we have so many capabilities that we are not tapped into. So trust and open up to them.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Anything else that you would like to add before we part ways today?
No, I just adore you too. And I think you're such a light and inspiration in the world, and how you just share and are so generous with all the things you do, from teaching to this empire you're building with these oils, and how, you know, you've jumped in to help me with my son. And I really appreciate it from my heart, from my heart to your heart.
I feel it. I feel it. Thank you. Thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you. Love you.
Thank you. Love you too, Satnam.
Satnam.